Okay, over the next couple of weeks, we're going to talk about exercise and how it relates to the brain, and we're probably going to spend most of the time talking about two prolific researchers, contemporary researchers that have been really spearheading the movement in neuroscience in the area of exercise. Dr. John Ratey, who published a book called Spark. We're going to refer to some of his work, and also Dr. John Medina, who is the author of the best-selling Brain Rules. We're going to start by discussing a gentleman that was born in 1914 called Jack LaLanne. Many have referred to Jack as the godfather of the American fitness movement, and basically he was like a TV star that was in one of the longest running exercise programs ever produced for commercial television. He was a prolific inventor, and he was LaLanne was credited in designing the first leg extension machines and the first cable fastened pulleys, the first with different weight selections. Some have actually suggested that one of the most famous exercises, the jumping jack, was actually named after LaLanne. Now, if you watched him later in life, it wasn't so much his physical strength that became surprising, but rather his mental state and how alert he was. He died at the age of 96, but I remember seeing an interview with Larry King one time when he talked about how he said, I tell people I can't afford to die. It would just wreck my image. And so it begs a question when we talk about somebody that's as sharp and as acute a speaker and thinking on his feet at such an extended age. What is that relationship between exercise and mental alertness? And is there one? Well, as it turns out, of course, there is. Now, in the context of exercise, there is one certainty about our evolutionary history, and that reality is that we moved. 2 million years ago, as our Homo erectus ancestors evolved, they started moving, and our direct ancestors, Homo sapiens, they did the same thing. Now, it might be uncertain about exactly how Homo sapiens, who evolved from Africa, found their way around the world, and the speed at which we evolved is up for debate. But anthropologists can say for sure that our ancestors moved fast and they moved far. And in some cases, in fact, what's highly regarded as accepted now is that many and most walked or ran between 10 and 20 kilometers a day. So what this means, of course, is that the development of this human brain that we talked about, the sophisticated complexity of our species, evolved not while we were sitting and lounging around, but while we were on the move. This leads us with the question that if our unique cognitive skills were actually forged in this furnace of physical activity, is it possible that physical activity still influences our cognitive skills? In other words, are the cognitive skills of someone in good physical condition different from those of someone who is in poor physical condition? Or how about this? What if someone in poor physical condition was whipped into shape with an exercise program? Well, the reality is those are scientifically testable questions.
Created using Powtoon.